Hi everybody, in today's lecture we are going to study about sine of a trigonometric function. Okay, in previous classes you have studied about quadrants. Okay, you know that the first quadrant is in between 0 and pi by 2. Okay, it is our first quadrant. Second quadrant, this is our first quadrant. Okay, in 0 and pi by 2, x-axis, y-axis. Okay, in which x and y coordinate both are positive. Okay, second quadrant is in between pi by 2 to pi. Okay, second quadrant is in between pi by 2 to pi. Third quadrant is lie between pi. This is start from this. Okay, so it start from pi angle and its end at 3 pi by 2. So pi and 3 pi by 2. Okay, and last fourth quadrant, which lies in between 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. Okay, if you see all the quadrants, the x and y coordinates, x coordinate it consider as x coordinate and in y coordinate. Okay, so in first quadrant, if you see in first quadrant, it is values are positives 1 2 3 4. Here it is 1 2 3 4. Here it is 1 2 3 4. Sorry, here it is -1 -2 -3 -4. Here it is -1 -2 -3 -4. Okay, now in first quadrant both x and y are positive. Okay, if you consider any point in first point, so if you consider this point, it is 2, 2. Okay, so it is positive in x and y coordinates, both are positive. So here x and y coordinate in first quadrant are positive. Now in second quadrant it start from pi by 2, it's end at pi. In this, if you consider a point here, it is -3, 3. Okay, -3, 3. So here in second quadrant, x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is positive. Okay, next in third quadrant, we write here first quadrant, this is our second quadrant, this is our third quadrant, and this is our fourth quadrant. Okay, now in third quadrant, if you consider any point here, if you consider this -2 -3, so both are negative. So here x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is also negative. And in last fourth quadrant, if you consider this quadrant, in this it is x coordinate is positive. If you consider this point 2, -2, x is 2 and y is -2. So here in fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. Okay, now depending on this, we can define the values of sines, cosine, tan or trigonometric function. Okay, all signs of trigonometric function. Now if you consider a unit circle, if you consider this as a unit circle, okay, so if you consider this as a point P, which is with xy coordinate or AB coordinate, we consider A and B coordinate. Okay, so this is makes an angle x with x-axis. Okay, now it is at a distance. If you consider this, so P is at a distance from x-axis. Here it will be B, its unit circle, so it is 1, and it is from O to A, it is at a distance A. Okay, and this arc length is x. Okay. Now if you draw this, okay, which is bisect x-axis, we draw a line through point P such that it bisects x-axis, and this is the point P dash, or we consider next point Q as it makes a negative angle minus x, which makes a negative angle minus x. Okay, so Q will be here, x is at P point, here it is at a distance a from origin, so here Q is also at a distance a from origin, so A will be positive and B coordinate will be negative. Okay, or you can say that it's P has an image through x-axis. Okay, P has an image through x-axis, which is Q. So where x remains same and coordinate y will become positive to negative. Okay, now if you see this, you can say that angle AOP is equal to x and angle AOQ is equal to minus x. Okay, AOP is equal to x and AOQ is equal to minus x. Okay, so here P has a coordinate a comma b and Q has a coordinate a comma minus b. Therefore cos of minus x is equal to cos x. Okay, you know here first is the same. We know that a is equal to cos x and b is equal to sin x. So here b is sin x, sin of minus x, which means sin of minus x will be minus sin x. Okay, that means sin in fourth quadrant is negative. Sin in fourth quadrant is negative and cos in fourth quadrant is positive. Okay, so from this unit circle you can define all the values, or you can find all signs of a trigonometric function. Okay, so if you consider here which are the trigonometric function, it is sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, next sec x, cosec x. Okay, now it is in first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Okay, now in first quadrant, this is our first quadrant. Okay, this is our second quadrant, this is third, this is fourth quadrant. Okay, first quadrant start from, you can consider 0 less than x less than pi by 2. Okay, quadrant knots can be said it is from x-axis to y-axis. It start after x-axis and end before x-axis. So it is 0 less than x less than pi by 2. This is our first quadrant. So in first quadrant sine is positive, all the trigonometric functions are positive. Okay, because these points in first quadrants are all positive. Now in second quadrant, here this point in second quadrant, x-axis is negative and y-axis is positive. So here you can say that in second quadrant sin x is positive, cos x is negative, tan x is negative because sin upon cos is a tan, so plus upon minus is negative. Okay, and cot is also cos upon sin, so it is also negative. Next sec x means 1 upon cos x, so it is again negative, and cosec means 1 upon sin, so 1 upon positive term, it is positive. Okay, so in second quadrant sin and cosec are only positive, remaining all are negative. Next in third quadrant both x-axis and y-axis are negative. So in third you can say that and you know that cos of negative is positive. Okay, so in third you can say that sin x is negative. Okay, cos x is also negative because both minus a minus b, which means both are negative, and sin x upon cos x. Okay, sin x upon cos x means negative upon negative term is positive. Okay, next cot x is also positive because it is negative upon negative, it is again positive. Sec x means 1 upon cos x, but cos is negative, so it is also negative. And also for cosec x, sin is negative, so its cosec x is also negative. Okay, so in third quadrant tan and cot are only both positive, and in last fourth quadrant here it is x a positive and b negative, which means cos is positive and sin term is negative. So sin is negative, cos is positive. So from these two you can say that negative upon positive is negative, so tan is negative, and for cot also positive upon negative is negative, so cot is also negative. Sec 1 upon cos is sec, so positive upon positive is positive, and for cosec 1 upon sin is cosec, so it last will be negative. Okay, so this is our table for all quadrants of trigonometric function. Or you can remember this statement, all silver teacup. Okay, in that all means in first quadrant all the trigonometric function are positive. Okay, in second quadrant only sine, only sine is only sine and cosec, because 1 upon cosec can be written in the form of sine, which is 1 upon cosec is equal to sine. So here only sine and cosec are positive in second quadrant. In third quadrant tan and cot are positive, and last in silver teacup C, which is cos, fourth quadrant you can consider only cos and sec is positive. Okay, so shortcut for remembering this table for sine, you can consider this all silver teacup, in which S reminds about sine and cosec, T about tan and cot, and C about cos and sec. Okay, and from this above, if you consider as a unit circle, here you can say that here value of sine is in between, here it is -1 and here it is 1, because we have considered as a unit circle. So value of sin x is always lies between -1 less than equal to sin x less than equal to 1 for any value of x. Okay, for any x, for all x. Okay, and for cos you can say, for cos also it lies between -1 to 1. Okay, so you can say that cos also lies between -1 less than equal to cos x less than equal to 1 for all x. Okay, so you can say that the domain of y is equal to sin x and y is equal to cos x is the set of real numbers, and range is interval -1, 1. Okay, range is interval -1, 1. That is, you can say that it lies, value of y is lies between -1 less than equal to y less than equal to 1. Okay, which will be range of a sin x and cos x. Okay, as here you can see that from this both the values of sin x and cos x lies between -1 and 1. Okay, so we can say that range of sin x and cos x is -1 less than equal to y less than equal to 1. Since cosec x is equal to 1 upon sin x, okay, so domain of y is equal to cosec x. Okay, you know that sin x is a negative, is 0, or you can say that sin x is equal to 0 for all x is equal to n pi, or n belongs to z. Okay, when you put n is equal to any integer, value of sin of x is always 0. Okay, so when we given a function, or when you considering a trigonometric function cosec x, so it can be written as 1 upon sin x, and you know that denominator should not be equal to 0. So our domain of y is equal to cosec x is set x such that x belongs to R, and x not equal to n pi, for n belongs to z. Okay, so this is our domain of y is equal to cosec x, and range is set y such that y belongs to R, y greater than equal to 1 or y less than equal to -1. Okay, you can see from when we draw the graph, you can see the range of the cosec x. Okay, because in this for 0 it will be goes toward infinity. Okay, sin denominator 0, it is go toward infinity. When it is positive, cosec will be go toward positive term, and you know that sin x -1 less than equal to sin x less than equal to 1. So cosec x at 0 it is infinity, so -1 for cosec x. If we take a reciprocal, -1 upon 1 is here, it will be in this set only you can say that range of sin x is in between -1 and 1. Okay, when we are going toward positive term, if sin x is positive, our cosec value will be positive, and largest positive of sin x is 1. So when we put sin x is equal to 1, cosec x is also 1. So y should be greater than or equal to 1. Or now here, if it is sin x is less than 1, if you consider sin x less than 1, if you consider sin x value as 0.5, so its calculation will be 1 upon 0.5 will be 2. Okay, you can set 1 upon 0.5 means 1 upon 10 upon 2. Okay, sorry, it is wrong, 2 not. So 10 upon 2 is 0.5, so it is 2 upon 10. Okay, so its calculation will gives here, its denominator is 2 upon 5, 0.5 can be written as 1 upon 0.5. It can be written as 1 upon 0.5 can be written as 5 upon 10. Okay, 0.5 can be written as 5 upon 10. Okay, so 5 upon 10 means it can be written as its reciprocally will be 10 upon 5, which is equal to 2. 5 ones are 5 twos are. Okay, so 1 upon 0.5 will give 2. As from this you can see that if we take, and here value of sin is less than 1, less than or equal to 1. For 1 it will be 1, but value less than 1, in between 0 and 1, it will be greater than 1. Okay, if you consider 0.1, if you consider 1 upon 0.1, its calculation will give 1 upon 10, okay, which is equal to 10. Answer will be 10, so it will be greater than 1. So you can say that when the value of sin x is less than 1, the value of cosec x will be greater than or equal to 1, will be greater than 1. Similarly, for y less than equal to minus 1, as we consider it as a negative, it will give us 1 upon minus 0.5 will give us minus 2. Okay, because all terms will be become negative. Here 1 upon minus 0.1 gives us 1 upon, and its value will be minus 2. Okay, which is less than 1. Okay, so from this calculation you can say that range of cosec x, for 0 it is infinity, so you have to consider, if you consider real number, so we have from 0 to 1. So for this y is greater than equal to 1, and for this part y is less than equal to minus 1. Okay, so this is all about cosec x, domain and range. Okay, similarly you can say for y is equal to sec x, domain of y is equal to sec x is, you know that value of cos x, sec x means 1 upon cos x, and cos x is equal to 0 for x is equal to twice n plus 1 pi by 2. Okay, where n belongs to z. This is a condition for cos x is equal to 0. For x is equal to this value, it will be 0. So in domain set it will not be present, so you can write x domain as domain of y as x such that x belongs to R and x not equal to twice n plus 1 pi by 2, n belongs to z. Okay, and range is equal to set x such that x belongs to R and, or sorry, here y such that y belongs to R, where y less than equal to minus 1 or y greater than equal to 1. Okay, similarly as cosec x. Okay, now for y is equal to tan x, or for this you also say that, or you can consider the same calculation as a, for cos x also it is minus 1 less than equal to cos x less than equal to 1. Okay, so it's reciprocal with 1 upon sec x is cos x. Okay, so for 0 it will be infinity, so we have to check the values near to 0 to up to 1. Okay, here it is 1, and for negative it is minus 1. Okay, you have to see only these two interval. Okay, in this interval in 0 to 1 value of cos will be positive, so it will be y greater than equal to 1, and for negative it will be y less than equal to minus 1, so it will be range of sec x. Now for y is equal to tan x, now here tan x means sin x upon cos x, so we have to, you from this above you can say that it is negative at x is equal to twice n plus 1 pi by 2, n belongs to z. So our domain is equal to x such that x belongs to R and x not equal to twice n plus 1 pi by 2, n belongs to z. Okay, and range is equal to, range is, again you can say that for tan x it will be set of all real numbers, set of all real numbers, because in domain you are considering the value not equal to 0. So for any value of sin x, here denominator is not 0, so that you can say that for any value of sin x it is a real number, because sin 0 is 0, because sin lies between -1 less than equal to x less than equal to 1, sin x. Okay, so here numerator lies between -1 and 1, so it do not go toward infinity, and cos x is also lies between -1 less than equal to cos x less than equal to 1, but here it is except 0, because we have considered, if you consider a 0 it will be infinity, so we have a domain set without infinity, so our range set will be set of a real number. Okay, for tan x. Similarly for y is equal to cot x, you can say that cot x is cos x upon sin x, and you know that condition of sin x not equal to 0 is sin x is equal to 0 for x is equal to n pi, and n belongs to z. Okay, so our domain is equal to x such that x belongs to R and x not equal to n pi, and n belongs to z. And range here, range denominator is not equal to 0, so our range will be set of all real number, again set of all real numbers. Okay, this is whole about range and codomains of a trigonometric function. Okay, now from above all calculations you can say that in first quadrant value of sin x is increase from 0 to 1, increase from 0 to 1. Cos x, here in cos x its values in between y is goes from 1 to 0, because higher value is 1 and lower is 0. So in cos x, for cos x in first quadrant it is decrease from 0 to 1, because cos 0 is 0. Okay, next after that cos pi by 2 is 1, so it is in increasing in first quadrant. Okay, next tan x. Now for tan x it increase from as sin 0 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. Okay, so 0 upon 1 is 0, so it start from 0 and its end now increase from 0 to 1. If sin x is 1 and cos x is 0, so it will be 1 upon 0 and it is infinity, so it increase from 0 to infinity in first quadrant. Okay, cot x it decrease from as for cos 0, sorry, for cot x is cos upon sin x, okay, cos x upon sin x, and for cos 0 it is 1 and for sin 0 it is 0, so 1 upon 0 is infinity, so you can say that it decreased from infinity to 0. And for last pi by 2 it is, because in first quadrant largest angle is pi by 2, so for cos pi by 2 it is 0 and sin pi by 2, sorry, for cos pi by 2 it is 1, sorry, for cos pi by 2 it is 0 and sin pi by 2 is 1, so which is 0. Okay, so our largest value will be 0. Next for sec x means 1 upon cos x, 1 upon cos x. Okay, so here you can consider its reciprocal. Its reciprocal means it's here it is decreasing from 0 to 1. sorry, 1 to 0, I have written wrong, 1 to 0, because cos 0 is 1 and cos pi by 2 is 0. It is decreased from largest value is 1, at 0 it is 1, and at pi by 2 it is 0, so it is decreasing. Okay, now for sec x it will be opposite to it, so its decrease will be reciprocal will be increase, and it decrease from 1 to 0. Now for sec 1 upon cos, or its reciprocal is 1, so increase from 1, and reciprocal of 0 which is 1 upon 0, it is infinity, so increase from 1 to infinity. Similarly for cosec x, you see sine 1 upon sine which is here increase, so it will be decrease. We have to see reciprocal of sin x, so increase will be decrease from 0 to 1. 1 upon 0 is infinity, so infinity to 1 upon 1 is 1, so it will be decreased from infinity to 1. Similarly you can take second quadrant for sin x cos x. So in sin x it is decrease because sin it start from pi by 2 to pi, so pi by 2 is again here sin pi by 2 is 1, and after that sin pi is 0, so it will be decreased from 1 to 0. Okay, here it will be increase, now increase from 0 to 1, because cos pi by 2 is 1, sorry, cos pi by 2 is 0, and cos pi is minus 1, sorry, here it will be minus 1, 0 to minus 1, sorry, here it is decreasing only because it is negative, so decreasing from 0 to minus 1. Next here it is increase from minus infinity to 0, minus infinity to 0. Okay, next cot x will be decrease from 0 to minus infinity. Sec x is increase from minus infinity to minus 1, and last increase from